All right, good morning, everyone. Today we're headed out to Boca de Tomatlán. It's going to be a little smaller private beach, kind of like Mismaloya was. And we're literally taking the same route that you take to get to Mismaloya to Boca de Tomatlán. Boca de Tomatlán is probably about a 15-20 minute bus ride past Mismaloya, Playa Mismaloya. So we're literally taking the same steps, same exact route. We're going to the same bus stop at the Pancake House, or should I say across the street from the Pancake House. That's going to take us past Mismaloya to Boca de Tomotlan. So I'll check back in with y'all later. Okay, so like I said, we're headed to Boca de Tomotlan. It's the same route as you were going to Mismaloya, except Boca de Tomotlan is about 15-20 minutes further by bus or by car, depending on where traffic is. But the reason I'm at this angle right now is because the Pancake House right here behind me, if you Google Maps that's going to be your easiest way to get to the buses. And the buses that pick you up are right across the street. So that green bus right there at the Oxel is going to be basically the bus that you're going to take to go ahead and get you to Mismaloya or Boca de Tomotlan. I made a video a few days ago on getting to Mismaloya. Today, though, we're going to go to Boca de Tomotlan. Like I said, it's only about 15-20 minutes further, but it's the same bus route. It's one bus. The only difference is you just go a little bit further to get to Boca de Tomotlan. So we're going to jump on that bus back there, hopefully here pretty soon, and be on our way. Okay, so right across the street there, you can see the Pancake House. This is the buses that go to Mismaloya and Boca de Tomotlan. But as you notice, there's a pretty good line, and the line's just all day. But they also have the buses running all day for you to get to either beach. So no need to worry that you're gonna miss a bus or something. They're just running all day, every day. But as you can see, the line does get pretty long. Boca de Tomotlan. We finally made it. Like I said, we took the same bus. If you notice, there's a little iguana that they carved into the rocks right there in that house. Very beautiful. But we took the same bus that we took to Mismaloya. It's just basically this straight road. One way going, one way coming. It's the same bus that you're going to take to get to Mismaloya. The only difference is Boca de Tomotlan is about a 20-minute bus ride further. 20-30 minute bus ride further. So as you can see, Boca de Tomotlan. And so the bus actually dropped us off right up there. That's the bus that we came on right there. But I just wanted to show you all the sign so that y'all had an idea what to be on the lookout for. And as you can see, it's already just beautiful from here. I don't know if you can see. Let me zoom in, but man, the colored houses in the background just look fantastic. So we'll just walk down to the beach from here. Okay, so they do have steps going all the way down to the beach. And just like Mismaloya, they also have a few restaurants, a few shops, necessities where you can get a little bit of food, a little bit of water. But it's a very small beach. You're not going to have anything major to eat here, so keep that in mind. You may want to bring some outside supplies. So we're almost getting to the playa area right up here. Okay, so we're approaching the beach finally. And this white car is kind of blocking the view. But we're going to get past that pretty soon. And so it's the same thing as Mismaloya. They got some restaurants over there on the beach. And then they're also going to have options for free, well, not free tours, but tours. Options for places that you can go, things that you can do. They've also got tour guides out here that will give you guides around, show you around the little town. But as you can see, it is very different than Misma Loya in the aspect that it is a lot more fishing boats. So you got a lot more boats that do strictly fishing basically. Instead of the tours and stuff like that, they do more fishing along here. And as you can see, there's also not nearly as much coastline or as much beach line, I should say, as they have in Misma Loya. So that's something to keep in mind as well. But I mean, the views are just fantastic, just beautiful, something right out of a movie. Definitely not going to regret coming out here, bringing a book. I mean, just coming out here to eat, coming out here to have your coffee. If you're a drinker, a drink, maybe a bottle of wine or something. If you don't drink, just a soda or something. I mean, just come sit and enjoy this view right here. So they parked the boats all right there. Um, and they've got the tables set up. As you can see, they're not really set up yet, but they are starting to set them up in anticipation for today's guest. So you can see one gentleman right here is getting started. But yeah, like I said, they got the same thing like Misma Loya, very similar setup to where it's on the beach, to where you can enjoy your dinner, your lunch, your breakfast, whatever the case may be, right here on the beach, on a beautiful setting, just overlooking the ocean. And I just wanted to be quiet for a second to give you all a full kind of panoramic view, as well as let y'all um, enjoy the sound of the waves crashing over my voice. But this is Boca de Tomatlán, and this is another pretty busy port for tours. Um, right over there is where you would get on to jump onto your boat right there, and they drop you back off. But as you can see, pretty small beach for you to swim in, and so it doesn't get too rough. And the most important part to me is it doesn't get too many people. It doesn't really get as crowded. Definitely not nearly as crowded as Puerto Vallarta. So this is Lagoon. I guess you would consider it the Lagoon Boca de Tomatlán. This is where they come and they basically park their boats at. As you can see, there's houses, or I'm not sure if they're apartments, condos, or a combination of both. They've got some pretty peaceful living right here, obviously. Just very beautiful. Mountains in the background right there. And then you've got this little sort of island blocking the ocean from that inlet right there. So it keeps the other side kind of calm. And then as you can see, there's a boat coming in the water right over there. They come in right through the side over there. And here comes the second one right behind him. They just basically wait for the tide to come in. And then they're off into the open ocean. So here's kind of the inlet area. I'm just giving you all a great view of it right now. Zoom in a little more. But as you can see, they have this table set up over here. This is a great place where you'll see families come because it doesn't get rough at all. And as you can see, the water is literally turquoise, crystal clearish color. And it feeds into, this is the mountain water that's coming from those mountains back there. So it's fresh water and it's feeding into the ocean. So the current doesn't get too deep. And so a lot of families will come, especially with kids, and they'll prefer to swim in this area versus swimming in the ocean where it's a bit rougher over there. Okay, so just like I was saying, this is these boats, inlet and outlet. This is how they get in. This is how they get out. This gentleman right here is obviously coming back in, but that's how they come in and that's how they come out through the inlet right here. And then he'll just come and park it on in there. Okay, so the same inlet that they come in, that's how they get out, baby. So it's an inlet and it's an outlet. And then they're just off into the Bering Ocean. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna cross basically this little inlet. As you can see, it's very shallow. I mean, it's only up to my ankle, so I don't like you're risking life and death or anything over here. And we're just coming to the other side. Sorry for the noise. They're starting up a boat right there. Well, we've made it to the other side now. Sand was very soft coming up. A little view of Mismaloya from kind of like the hiking trail areas. And that's a process to getting into the Bering Sea, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in and coming out. Okay, so after you cross that river, or not river, but little inlet, I guess you say, inlet, outlet, there's these stairs right here, and it's basically a hiking path. And you've got that option and this side right here. I believe, if I'm correct, they both go towards the same way. Well, this one is called Mitos. So we'll go check out Mitos. Here's the terrain that you're dealing with, just so that you have an idea. Once again, I'm doing it in my Crocs, so not extreme terrain or anything. The view of Mismaloya. I'm sorry, Boca de Tomatlán. Okay, so yeah, you could have gone either way, and it just takes you back to this point right here. So whether you went on the steps on the left or went the trail that I just went right here on the right, they combine right here to this path and beautiful little seating area and hiking trail that we'll go ahead and venture down. And then they've set up this beautiful little area for people to just come, sit, enjoy, read, talk, hang out, do whatever you want to do out here, kind of with a little more privacy. And these are just some of the beautiful, just amazing views that you get from coming down on that patio right here. It's got a nice little walkway for you. Definitely worth a little hike. So just to give you an idea of some of the views that you're getting. Just some gorgeous all natural vegetation. A wide open ocean. Boats launching. And of course, Playa de Boca de Tomatlán. Okay, so just a nice little patio spot right here to hang out on the trail. No more than 5-minute walk from the beach. Very easy to get to. If you get a chance, I definitely recommend getting out to it. It's just a great viewpoint to take some pictures, to sit, read a book, enjoy your coffee, enjoy a drink, bring some food out here, some snacks, whatever your fancy is. But yeah, great views from right here along the trail. Okay, so we've come up from the little resting area, or just lookout, whatever you want to call it. So you can see there's another beautiful bench right there if you just want to sit and enjoy the noise of the ocean without really looking at it. And then we're going to continue on the hiking trail. So let's see what we got along the way. Definitely got great views, I can tell you that. Look at this over here. I was trying to go live, but unfortunately, um, I'll let y'all know that now, especially if you're a phone addict. There is no service. Well, I have AT&T. I am not sure who provides your service. There is no service in Boca de Tomatlán. As you can see, it's just a dirt path basically. There's a few rocks, branches, naturally. You're in nature. They've done a fantastic job of really preserving it. As you can see, that beach was very small and still very clean. And you can, I mean, obviously see too, there's no main hotels. Some of those may definitely be boutique hotels. I can't tell you for sure. I've never stayed out here. I come visit Boca de Tomatlán a lot, but I'm not exactly sure if they're boutique hotels or maybe they're combo boutique hotel, apartment rentals. But this is where we're at right now. We're going to keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Okay, so it's kind of cool because you're literally walking through, I mean, the jungles of Puerto Vallarta. So definitely be on the lookout, be aware of your surroundings because you are in nature. Could very well be some critters, and I don't know too much about critters, I'll tell you that. But I know that I generally don't like encountering them. View from here, just fantastic again. Okay, so we're still just moving along here. As you can see, they do have some homes on both sides, homes, condos. I'm not exactly sure. Never really been in. And as you can see, there's more hikers, so don't be the only one. But another thing, like I mentioned not too long ago, not good cell service as far as US coverage goes. If you have US, I'm sure if you have Mexico, you're fine out here. Um, but not good cell service, and no stores along the way, nowhere to get water, and you are in the blazing hot Mexico sun, so you will drop out here. So make sure, please, please, please stay hydrated. Make sure you drink something before you come out here. Make sure that you have something in your bags before you come out here, because there's really nobody that's going to get you if you faint of dehydration, and that's a bad thing on vacation for you. Turns into a bad vacation. We'll put it that way. But here we go. I'll try to give you all the back angle so that y'all can see. And so there is a trail, not too rough. Like I showed y'all, it did get a little dirty, patchy in some areas, but I mean, definitely, once again, I'm in Crocs. Definitely something most people should be able to do in sandals if you've got uh, some physical fitness still in you and some youth still in you. We'll chase the boat. All right, so here we are. Boca de Tomatlán. We're walking basically the hiking trail right here. Just wanted to give you all a little shot of behind us. Let y'all see that it's really not too difficult of a hike. It's a great place to be. You can see the mountains. You can see that it's a lot different than Puerto Vallarta is. It's a lot smaller, a lot smaller. Um, and I say a lot more beautiful because it is smaller. You don't have that many people, but you do also have these great hiking trails, some restaurants that you can eat at, and great water to swim in. And I mean, just look at the amazing views. All right, so for any of y'all just joining us, once again, we're just hiking the basically, I don't know what the proper name for the trail is, but it's the only beach trail in Boca de Tomatlán, Jalisco, Mexico. And it's a very easy hike, but you get some great views along the way. And it's like if you're coming out here and you got the time, might as well do it. Might as well do it. So I'd assume, yeah. That looks like that goes to some sort of residence or condo or something. So as you can see, we're not the only ones. You see a few people here and there, but definitely not nearly as you see on the trails in Puerto Vallarta. And we are probably, I want to say maybe about a 10 minutes in now. And that's that I've been taking it very slowly so I can show y'all things that I think are cool, things that I think are important. Um, and most importantly, get some cool cinematography for y'all, because that's my favorite thing to do. Like, look at this. I'll try to zoom in on this. I don't know. Oh, wow. This is really cool. So look at these fungi. Wow. I'm going to have to get some pictures of these for sure. Incredible. They're just growing on the log. Yeah. I mean, you're in the jungle. You're in the Mexico jungle. Keep that in mind, people. Okay, so sorry I'm back. Um, I got lost in those mushrooms. It's a jungle. You can easily get lost in beautiful everything from animals to foliage to the ocean right there. So, yeah, don't hesitate to stop. That's also why I kind of like doing things solo. Um, it's not like, oh, you've got to meet with the tour guide at this time and be here at this time. No, you can do your own thing. You can go at your own pace. You can stop, take as many pictures, as many videos as you want, and then move when you're ready to move. It's also why I've kind of stopped traveling as much with family, because the same thing. Everybody, and it's understandable. Everybody's got a life. Everybody's got their own thing. I'm not blaming anybody by any means. We all like to do our own thing, and I think everybody should prioritize kind of what they like to do in life, especially just because it's so short. It's just so short. You've got to enjoy these beautiful things like this. I mean, look at this. How many lucky people get to do this every day, get to see things like this? Some people may never. You know, coming out here really reminds you the kind of things you're grateful for, you know? Just gonna let y'all enjoy the ocean for a second. Okay, so we're back from the pier, little area right there. Like I said, they just have a lot of those along the way. So once again, if you're a fan of music, podcasts, books, movies, whatever, you got some time to kill, I recommend bringing one of them out here, finding the spot that you like, and you can easily knock one of those bad boys out in a day. But here's the bridge, basically. I know they always say don't look down, but look at how beautiful it is. And so we're just continuing on with the hiking trail. Right. It's not too intense. Looks like that way's got an X marking do not go that way. If you can see, so I would recommend not going that way. Yeah, locals especially kind of respect the boundaries that they put up, because they tend to get very upset when you go somewhere that they clearly had marked off that you should not be. And it's like, keep in mind, you're a visitor. So yeah, lookout points everywhere. This one's not a good one for the camera per se, but yeah, I'm getting a pretty decent view myself. So we'll keep going. As you can see, the trail's gotten a lot better. Paved stone. And so this is obviously someone's private either home or restaurant or something. But yeah, that looks more to be like villas, cabanas, I'd imagine, that you can rent for, kind of like hotels. Yeah, there's someone chilling out there, just soaking up the sun. Let's go see if we can see what he's seeing. This is the life, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're in Boca de Tomatlán. Boca de Tomatlán. This is about a 40-minute bus or drive ride from Puerto Vallarta. So just a little pier area down here. We'll head back up. and keep it moving like some salmon up that stream. There's some forks in the road, but when you do come to the fork in the road, they've all got the way that you're not supposed to go pretty clearly closed off. So at least you don't have to worry about that. And then another viewpoint. Yeah, and this is the dock that you're dealing with. Let's give you all a little show of that. Not really too much railing, in some spots none at all. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, there's Boca de Tomatlán right there. And the boats all going in, out. Okay, so we left that lookout point up there. We came down that those rocks right there. And we're just continuing along our journey. As you can see though, it does get rockier, but there is a path, a clear path. It's just rockier. So we'll just continue, and it's kind of pretty. I mean, you can hear the sounds of the ocean. We got some stairs. That's what I mean by they have it marked pretty easy for you to tell, hey, this is the way I should be going, this is the way I shouldn't be going. We're en route. And for anyone who just may be scrubbing in, this is the hiking trails in Boca de Tomatlán. And Boca de Tomatlán is about a 40-minute car ride from Puerto Vallarta. Car, taxi, bus, no matter what you take. Okay, so we made it up that pathway. We are just continuing along. A little slippery there. Some loose dirt. And as you can see right there, there's actually another path that you can easily access, another private little like sitting area, standing area, whatever you want to do. And if you want to play captain, put you in the captain's wheel right here, buddy. Speaking of captain, here comes some boats. Okay, so we'll just continue on up the trail. As you notice, here's another sign that tells you, but also just another, this one looks more private. There's paddle boards and stuff, so I assume somebody owns that, but sign that tells you which way the trail goes. Handrail as well, so this part of the trail gets better at least. Easier, I guess. And the view. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, it is a lot of steps, a lot of uphill. So do be prepared for that. Like I said, great exercise. Something great to do with one of your days here in Puerto Vallarta that still a lot of people don't know about. So I always recommend it. But yeah, just look at how cool that trail looks. Ocean in the background right there. Okay, so we're doing it. Just gotta definitely watch your step because there are loose rocks. Like I said, there is railing, so that's definitely helpful. What a beautiful white butterfly. Pass right here. Another white butterfly. Wow, a couple more. Yeah, very cool what you see out here. Got into some art. Hey, some graffiti that they put up here. But yeah, basically climbed the steps down there. Well, more than just those. But climb quite a few steps. And you'll notice, like I said, they do have signs along the way. So just keep out on the lookout for the signs. And you also run into people. You're not going to be the only one on the trail. Okay, so we're still trekking. Beach is still in the background. Apparently there's a lot more trail to go. So keep in mind to know your limits as well as whatever those limits are. Packing the supplies, food, water. I always recommend having a good breakfast before you get out here because the food's not bad, but the plates are kind of small. For all the activities you do, you definitely need a good hearty breakfast, whatever you consider that to be. Okay, so we've gotten to what I think is a good, at least, break point. Check out the canopy. It's literally just a little universe of jungle right here on the ocean. Okay, so we're still hiking. I don't really have cell service. I'm not sure, like, apparently Colomitos is the end game, but I don't know. It doesn't tell you how much further. The trail just keeps going. Gives you signs, but doesn't tell you how much further. So I feel like I've been walking a while. I might call it a quits here pretty soon and head back, because keep in mind, the distance you walk, you got to walk that same distance back. It's not like once you stop, oh, you're done. No, you still got to get all the way back to Boca de Tomatlán. Nobody's picking you up and carrying you the rest of the way. So just something to keep in mind. So I think I'm going to go a little further here. Maybe just over yonder, that hill there, but call it a wrap after that. I'll keep y'all posted here in a minute. Okay, so yeah, it just kind of keeps going and going and going. And I'm not really sure where the end game is, but I'm already getting a little hungry and I really wanted to swim as well. So I'm gonna head back towards that way, which is back towards Boca de Tomatlán, which is just straight. So it's not like you have to worry about getting lost or anything. And definitely, if you come out here, be smarter than me and maybe download Google Maps, or if you have Ultra, something like that, download the map before coming out here so that you have it, because you don't have any service out here. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so as you can see, we're kind of back to where we started. I didn't want to video over there because you can probably hear in the background they're doing construction, and so I don't think y'all would be able to hear very well. Construction probably on one of the homes or condos or whatever. I'm not sure what exactly. But so we made it back to Playa Boca de Tomatlán. And so as you can see now, the tables, stuff like that is all set up. There's that little riverway entrance right there. They got some steps right here that will go down. Our little buddy right here. So you can bring your own like food and drinks and then just rent the table. Um, so that you don't have to carry the chairs, the table, the umbrella. All you have to bring is your ice chest and your drinks basically. But here's the river. As you can see, the water is crystal clear. Oh, just kind of slipped right there, but it's okay. Um, and I'm up to my knee right now. So nothing too drastic. But our buddy came with us. I don't see how, I see them drinking the water all the time from the ocean. I'm like, well, I guess this is kind of fresh water because it's coming from the mountains where it's been raining. So maybe they smell it before, but yeah. So we made it across. Like I said, it's really not hard to cross that little causeway, I guess. And this is Playa Boca de Tomatlán. You see the waves are nice and soft and calm. No major waves here. But like I said in my other videos, this is their slow season out here. Of course, because it's winter time. So people go like skiing mostly and stuff like that. I mean, some people do like doing the opposite, like me, but so we're just heading for the steps, and basically we'll head on back to catch the bus to Puerto Vallarta. But if you notice, so on that side is a more BYOB. They've just got the chairs and umbrellas and tables. Over here, if you want to, you've got the actual restaurant where you can order food, drinks, whatever the case may be. So a couple different options there. So we're just walking back the same way that we came from the bus. We're just walking it right back. And that's another thing that I want to mention. So the bus, or if you hire a private driver or a taxi, is the only thing that gets you out here. Uber does not come out here. But I always recommend taking the bus. Like you said, either way, it's going to be the same amount of time because it's one way going and one way coming. So it's not like there's 4 or 5 lanes where the Uber guy is going to be switching in and out of traffic, making it quicker for you. No, he's going to be stuck behind the bus anyway. So I always recommend just taking the bus. It's only 10 pesos. But yeah. Okay, so like I said, we're just going back the same way we came, just straight up the big hill. And you'll know you're going correctly. Well, first of all, you can ask somebody and they'll tell you. But second of all, the steps are kind of painted purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue. I don't know why they chose these colors, but this is how you get back to bus stop. So the same place that you got dropped off at, you'll get picked up at. That there's a little corner store, buildings being built. Maybe when you come, those whatever they're going to be looks like apartment will be done. But basically, right here on the street, they got a couple benches. But the same place that you got dropped off at, you get picked up at to go back to Puerto Vallarta. And once again, the bus is only 10 pesos. And that is not the bus, but the bus is only 10 pesos. You obviously want to get the bus that's going the other direction. So it breaks down the lesson like a quarter. And the only other way to get here or back to Puerto Vallarta is by taxi or hiring a private driver. There is no Uber out here. Okay, so as you can see, the bus pulled up right in front of the little corner that dropped you off out where the benches are. And you walk, that's a hill that you just walk up with all the colorful steps. So it usually comes and he takes about a 10-15 minute break and then he heads back to Puerto Vallarta. But yeah, that's how to get to and from Misma or Boca de Tomatlán. I hope you all enjoyed the little journey, the hike, the beach, and the information. Like and subscribe. See you next time.